Welcome back to our module on creating a transformational culture. So in this session, we're going to be exploring vision, mission, and values. Vision, mission, and values are really key to creating a healthy culture. Vision, mission, and values are what really creates the identity of the organization that we're in and what holds everything together. So for people to be enthusiastic in their work, committed to what they're doing, they need to feel aligned with the vision of the organization, the mission, and the values. As we saw in the Gallup research, one of the key criteria for a successful culture was that the mission or purpose of my company makes me feel that my job is important. So people locate themselves in relationship to the higher purpose and work of the organization. And that's also what enables them to feel part of a community and belonging to others who are working in the same organization. So just a few definitions here. What's the distinction between a vision, mission, and values? I describe a vision as that which describes your success in the future. So what would success look like? Where's this going to take us, this work that we're doing in the organization? Describe the world once we've been successful in our work. That's really the vision, painting a picture of the future. That's the reason that we're doing what we're doing. A mission describes what you're going to do to get to your vision. So in order to move towards the vision, what's the core activity we're going to undertake? What are we going to do out there that's going to move us towards that vision? And our values are the qualities that demonstrate to the world who we are. So how we show up as we're carrying out our mission on our way towards our vision. What defines our character as an organization? How are people going to identify us or see, oh, that must be somebody who works with so-and-so. Look, they're kind of carrying these values and beliefs. So those definitions give us a general sense of what we mean by those words. And the way I'd like to demonstrate for you really what the essence of those are is by telling you a little bit about how we went about this process at Ubiquity. As we were starting Ubiquity up, one of the things you start to do early on is really try to give some language and some texture to that identity, because you're having to explain the organization to people. As the organization starts to grow and more people get involved, it's going to be that level of identity that creates the connectedness. And in the way I've done this before, we've really kind of been very specific. Okay, we did make a description of the vision, and you go into the future, you paint a picture, you then kind of get some words around your mission, and you find what are the core values that we all believe in that are going to be shared in our collective endeavor. But instead of doing it that specifically or that categorically, there was more of a kind of general descriptions that started to come out that cut across these different lines. So I want to share these with you to show you that what's really the purpose here is to get that feeling of the organization or the entity as a whole. And it's not so much have you split it up into all these different pieces, have we got a list of words that are values, but it's can we somehow transmit this sense of who we are fundamentally as an organization to those who are working with us and to others who are out there in the world. So here are some of the early concepts or statements that we came up with at Ubiquity that helped us to craft that sense of identity. For example, if the purpose of life is to thrive and help thrive, then the great unmet need of our time becomes a ubiquitous global learning and innovation community that liberates human purpose, genius, and creativity to go the whole way and create a world that works for everyone. So what that is doing is there's many different elements included in that. It partly talks about the context from which we have delivered our purpose. So the great unmet need. What is that unmet need? What is the real need in the world that we're existing for? What's our raison d'etre as an organization? And it talks about the bigger mission that we're going to be involved in terms of a global learning and innovation platform. So a platform that enables people across the globe to be learning together and innovating together, begins to give some context, some sense of what the mission might look like. Here's another example. For us here at Ubiquity, the answer is simple when you look at it from a world as a living system perspective. So there's something about our values. We're saying we're choosing to look at the world as a living system, a world that is alive, that's full of possibility, that's not just heaps of dead matter, but there's an interconnected system with many different dimensions. We believe the fundamental purpose of life is to thrive. There's another kind of values statement there. So we're committed to helping life thrive. We also believe that human creativity, inspired by the intelligence of nature, is the most powerful fulcrum on the planet to liberate planetary thriving. So a focus on human creativity, a value around honoring nature and the intelligence that is in nature. We have come to know that our core social function is to ignite, nourish, and amplify human purpose, genius, and creativity to create a thriving world. So that's got kind of vision and mission embedded in it. The vision is a thriving world. And the mission, what are we going to do that? To get to a thriving world, we're going to ignite, nourish, and amplify human purpose, genius, and creativity. And then it begins to, you can start to craft statements that are less words and which most people can remember. So if we were to frame it as a purpose, we started playing with our purpose is to liberate human purpose, to create a whole new kind of world, a world that works for everyone. So the vision piece in there is a whole new kind of world that works for everyone. And that helps you to begin to craft kind of essential statements that let the world know who you are and what you're about, and that introduce new people coming into the organization to the essence of who you are. So what are we providing, or what's our mission? To provide a whole new kind of education. There's a mission. We're providing a whole new kind of education for vision, a whole new kind of world that works for everyone. So there you, hopefully you can get a feel for how you begin to explore and go about this issue of vision, mission, and values. And they're fundamental because they are what holds an organization together. They're what holds a community together. That sense of we know where we're going, vision. We know the core of what we're doing to get there, mission. And we have this shared set of values that are kind of mutual agreements, really all to do with culture, our mutual agreements about how we're going to be together as we work together on that mission. So what we're going to look at in the next session is what really is the quality of culture. What is that? What are those invisible dimensions that make up culture?